In the news, federal government begins 14-day paternity leave for civil servants in the country. Commandant General, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, affirms readiness to give support to the protection of persons living with disabilities. 3 Palestinians killed in clashes with Israeli forces in West Bank near RAMALLAH. Board of directors in Juventus have unanimously resigned following an emergency board meeting. And this is the MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adenoy. Thanks for joining us. The federal government has approved the commencement of a 14 working day paternity leave for federal civil servants. The head of civil service of the Federation, Folashade Yemi Eson, disclosed this in a circular dated 25th November 2022. The circular, titled Computation of Leave Based on Working Days and Approval of Paternity Leave in the Public Service, explained that it was in line with the provision of the Public Service Rules 2021 edition. She said that the request for such leave shall be accompanied by the expected date of delivery's report of the officer's wife or evidence of approval of the adoption of the child by the relevant government bodies. She also said that the effective date of the circular was immediately. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the release of 80 billion naira for the reconstruction of failed Sapele Bini Road and the Amukpe Agbon Urumi Road. This was disclosed by the Deputy President of the Senate and All Progressives Congress APC governorship candidate in Delta, Ovie Omoagege, during a meeting with members of the Christian Council of Nigeria in Sapele. Omoagege said that as soon as he became Deputy President of the Senate, he requested from Delta State Governor Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa to know the status of the road all the way from Petroleum Training Institute to Agbo. He said this was because he knew that the contract had been awarded previously and hence requested for a review so he could put it in the Niger Delta Development Commission budget. He also noted that with the reconstruction of the NDDC board, Buhari ordered that 500 billion naira of the commission that was frozen be released for development projects, and the sum of 80 billion naira was approved when he pleaded with the president to consider the Sapele Bini Road and the Amukpe Agbo Road. Omoagege assured that if elected governor, he would create an enabling environment for companies that have left Delta State as a result of insecurity and other factors to return. The APC governorship candidate used the forum to clarify the issues of the Muslim ticket of the APC presidential and vice presidential candidates, saying development and progress should be the concern of the people. Acting Clerk of the National Assembly, Sani Magaji Tamboa, has promised to give priority to the welfare of the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN, National Assembly Chapter. Tamboa made the commitment at the opening ceremony of PASAN Week 2022 at the National Assembly when he declared the event open. He said he was delighted to be part of the opening ceremony of PASAN, which was his first public engagement since he was appointed as the acting clerk to the National Assembly about 2 weeks ago. He described the 2022 PASAN Week with the theme Labor, Unionism and Industrial Harmony in the National Assembly as not only timely but apt and reflect the happenings and development in the National Assembly. The National President of PASAN, Mohammed Sani, said the National Assembly chapter of PASAN, being the biggest among the chapters, should continue to be a role model and be protective of other members and the union in general. The President, Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), Comrade Ayuba Wamba, described PASAN as not just an affiliate union, but one that is involved in the struggle for a better Nigeria. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Federal University Lokoja Chapter, has held her congress and peaceful protest in the institution. The peaceful protest was staged as part of efforts to call on the federal government to pay the backlog of salaries of university lecturers withheld during the last industrial action of the union. The chairperson of ASU in the institution, Dr. Joshua Silas, said the peaceful protest was to also let Nigerians know that the federal government is not playing her role as expected in terms of considering the welfare of lecturers. Our reporter has the detail.
The Federal University Lokoja ASU members chanted solidarity song demanding that the federal government accord attention to their plight. They accused the federal government of illegally withholding their salaries following the last 8 months of the industrial action embarked upon by the union. The Federal University Lokoja ASU chairman, Joshua Silas, frowns at federal action, calling on the government to do the needful to avert unforeseen circumstances.
Till this moment, government refused to pay us our outstanding salaries as well as, our salary till date, because we have been going to class on empty stomach and we teach students. Until this moment, government have not done anything. And why we are here is to let the public know that ASU is not the problem. The public, to bear us witness that perhaps if ASU takes any action, you should know that the problem is not coming from us. It's because of government failure to actually attend to the problems of the university. And another very important thing is government wants to kill the public university system because they are only after their private-owned universities, which they are the owners. So they want to promote their private universities by killing the public universities so that the children of the poor ones cannot have access to basic education, which is one of their fundamental rights as citizens. And that is one area ASU has been fighting for. And of course, they want to introduce tuition fee in the public university, which ASU says no, because there are poor people from poor homes, very, very intelligent children who, when they have the opportunity, they can do well, they can bring solutions to this country.
Other members of ASU in the university also aired their views, insisting that they are entitled to their salaries despite the 8-month strike.
The wages of a laborer cannot be denied of the laborer by the government. Presently, we have level 100A, we have level 100B, we have level 100C. The academics are doing their best to measure all this and get the university rolling on. It's like what has been denied in past 8 months is to be covered within a time frame, and government say they are not paying for the services. To come to think about it, is very, very bad and terrible and unhuman for the government led by Ngige to deny us our wages. That is wrong.
The union promised to continue to do her best towards ensuring that education in Nigeria is held with high esteem. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has approved the reconstruction of some major roads within Ijebu-Ode metropolis in Ijebu local government area of the state. The governor, who announced the approval during the commissioning of Molipa Mosuboye Ashafa Road in Ijebu-Ode, listed Ijegba Road, Ileshe, Awokoya Street, Balogukuku, and Ijebu-Ode Club Roads as some of the key roads to be rehabilitated by his administration. This is coming on the heels of the renaming of the Taye Solarin College of Education, TASCE, as Obasikiru Adetono College of Education, Science and Technology. The governor said the 3.2-kilometer road, which was commissioned on Monday, was in a deplorable state and made worse by serious erosion. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo has commiserated with victims and owners of some shops at the Kanu Street beside Main Market, Onitsha, following a fire incident that occurred in the market. Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Christian Aburime, made this known in a statement. Governor Soludo expressed sadness over the incident that left shops and goods razed and the losses incurred. He encouraged those affected to remain strong and resolute in the face of extreme loss, as he promised that his government will continue to work with relevant institutions to find lasting solutions to the perennial fire incidents across the state. The unfortunate fire incident occurred around 1 a.m. in the morning of Monday, and officers of the Anambra State Fire Services were on ground to extinguish it. The Commandant General, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ahmed Abubakar Audi, has affirmed his readiness to give full-scale support to the protection of persons living with disabilities, PLWD, in the country. Audi made the promise while inaugurating disability duty desk officers across its formation nationwide during the opening ceremony of a two-day training organized by the National Commission for Persons Living with Disabilities, NCPWD, in collaboration with NSCDC for the new desk officers at the Corps National Headquarters, Abuja. Speaking through the DCG in charge of administration, Zachary Ngi, the CG charged the desk officers to ensure that the rights of persons living with disabilities are well protected in line with the provision of Nigeria's Constitution and the United Nations Charter. He affirmed that the Corps is ready and willing to collaborate with relevant bodies, agencies or authorities in not only protecting their rights, but guiding against any form of abuse. He enjoined Nigerians to rally round them by making sure that their rights are not violated or taken advantage of. He also assured the Corps' undiluted cooperation with the National Commission for Persons Living with Disabilities to drive the process. The Executive Director, National Commission for Persons Living with Disabilities, James David Lalu, in his remark, reiterated that cooperation with NSCDC is required to integrate persons living with disabilities fully into the society. He said, there is need to stop humiliation and discrimination melted on PLWD from the general public. James disclosed that when their rights are protected by the law enforcement agencies such as NSCDC, the general public will begin to view them differently.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
And on politics, the decision of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in Kogi Central to fuse into the All Progressives Congress, APC, and work for the success of the latter has been described as pleasant news. The spokesman for the Kogi State APC Campaign Council, Kingsley Fanwo, gave the commendation while reacting to the decision of the SDP bigwigs in Kogi Central, saying more parties have expressed readiness to work with the ruling All Progressives Congress in the state. Fanwo explained that 7 other opposition parties are in advanced talks with the All Progressives Congress and will soon join the party ahead of the 2023 elections. The Kogi State APC Campaign Council spokesman also urged party faithfuls to maintain decorum and resist the temptation to react to several provocations by the opposition, saying the party's eyes are on the ball. Nigerian women have been assured of more than 35% affirmative action if the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate becomes the president of the country in the next political dispensation. The women were given the assurance during the inauguration of APC Women Professionals, Kogi State Council at the Government House, Lokoja. Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello, represented by his Chief of Staff, Abdulkarim Mohammed Jamiu Asuku, who officiated the inauguration, also urged them to vote for all the APC candidates in the state to provide a continued atmosphere for women to be part of decision makers at all levels.
Kogi State APC women professionals came out in their numbers to join the work for a healthy environment. The state coordinator, Rekia Onaivosani, stated the motive behind the work.
Women, it's time for us to take our place in national building, and that's why we embark on today's a kind of sensitizational work where we create awareness on how it is very crucial for us to maintain and keep our environment healthy. One, we are in partnership with the environmental body of the state to prevent a lot of diseases, malaria, tuberculosis, and he actually highlighted it to the fact that keeping the environment clean also can in a way prevent even cancer.
Governor Yaya Bello, represented by his Chief of Staff, Abdulkarim Mohammed Jamiu, who conducted the inauguration, described women as good teachers.
We want to use every opportunity we have to pass salient information such that we can have a better society. Because indeed, without you, there will never be the next generation. If there's going to be children that will live beyond 100 years from now, they will come from you. And it is whatever you want that life to be that you will imbibe on these children. Ours is just very little, especially those of us that have saddled ourselves with the responsibility of, governance. We are fast becoming ghost husbands. And it takes a responsible women. That's why we continue to appreciate them, to pacify them. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for who you are, and thank you for making us proud. Today we have a party, All Progressives Congress, the umbrella body that is bringing all of us together. And we are proud that it sees the party at the center. If our party is to continue to win election, you need to talk to the women. Because in every election season, I think the population of men to women voting can only be compared like 1 to 4, if not more than that. Which means, for any candidate to win, you must win the heart of the women of this world. Yeah. And I am happy that out of your own ingenuity, professional women in our party have come together, galvanizing, our party across the federation. And I thank God that in Kogi State, we have one of our own that is making us proud at the national level, connecting to the women in the cabinet of His Excellency Yahaya Bello, that we have this work to sensitize, to conscientize our people, to involve the emotion of our people that indeed in APC lies means of succor and hope for the development and progress of our country.
The senatorial candidate, Kogi Central Abubakar Ohere, assured more women empowerment and appointment into sensitive quarters by the APC government.
There is no way we can express our satisfaction. There is no way we can show appreciation than when we have this opportunity to meet gathering like this, especially women that have been toiling day and night for our party, that has been showcasing strength of our party. So the only way we can show appreciation is by encouraging you people to do more and more all the time. So therefore, my own is just goodwill to let you know that as far as Central Senatorial District is concerned, where I come from, we are going to be more engaging in women affairs. We are going to showcase the potentials of women. We are going to make sure that women have voice more than what we have established today.
The national coordinator of APC Women Professionals, Ronke Shanibu, was represented at the inauguration by Sefia Stephanie Musa, the North Central Zonal Woman Leader of the Women Professionals, called on youth and women at large to support the party and ensure all candidates win the coming elections.
And this is happening in the 36 states and the FCT as well, so it's not just Kogi State. Look, you need to keep your environment clean, you need to clean up. I mean, look at the trash. People dropped trash on the road, in the middle of the road, and we had to get that clean. So keep your environment clean, and don't forget to, support Jagaban. From top to bottom, APC is going to sweep Nigeria clean. Women of Kogi State, arise. In fact, we're rising. You can see that we're rising. The professional women are out, and we're out to take it back. We're going to take charge. We're taking our place in nation building.
The Kogi State coordinator of APC Women Professionals, Rekia Onaivosani, assured that women in the state are resolved to vote for the APC, and all her candidates solicited support that will see to the emergence of all APC state assemblywomen to take their rightful place in the nation building.
APC professional women, taking our place in nation building. Yes, we have a task, a very simple one, to support all APC candidates from top to bottom. I would like to appeal to our leaders also. We are using it as a way of also negotiating that we are going to support the leaders, but we are also appealing that the few women that are contesting, we want to appeal that we should also do everything possible so that these women take their place in nation building.
On environmental factors that impact health, the director of Kogi State Sanitation Board, Falodu Vincent Oladujoye, highlighted the problems. He called on women to keep their environment clean at all times. APC Women Profession is an association to advocate women inclusion at all levels of government in Nigeria. They worked from Government House to Stella Obasanjo roundabout. The environmental work by the women was tagged, Tied Up Nigeria, Tied Up Kogi State. Faith Abdugafar reporting for MLC TV.
And on the foreign scene, 3 stowaways have been found sitting on the rudder of a ship after it completed an 11 days voyage from Nigeria, Spanish authorities say. A photo shared by the Coast Guard shows the men sitting on the rudder at the oil tanker stem, their feet less than a meter away from the water. They were taken to the hospital at the tanker's destination in Gran Canaria and treated for moderate dehydration. It's unclear if they spent the entire journey pegged on the rudder. This is not the first time stowaways have been found on rudders, which are large blade-like fins found under the ships and used for steering. Experts has also expressed worry that the number of migrants crossing on boats from West Africa to Spanish-owned Canary Islands has risen significantly in recent years. 3 Palestinian men have been killed by Israeli forces in 2 separate incidents in the occupied West Bank. Palestinian officials say 2 were brothers in their 20s who were reportedly shot dead as clashes broke out with Israeli troops near Ramallah. Israeli military said suspects threw petrol bombs at troops during an operation and that they returned fire. The 3rd man was shot dead after 2 Israeli army jeeps out on patrol broke down near Hebron. The military said its forces were shot at, while improvised explosives were also thrown at them. Israel carries out search and arrest raids almost every night in West Bank, where at least 140 Palestinians have been killed this year, most by Israel fire. More than 30 Israelis have also been killed amid a spate of gun and knife attack by Palestinians. On sports, let's join Jonah Malik for updates.
And on sports updates, the entire board of directors at Juventus have unanimously resigned following an announcement by President Andrea Agnelli on Monday night, stating that the decision is in the best interest of the club. The announcement was made after the Italian giant held an emergency meeting, after which the decision was made to resign en masse amid the mid-season World Cup break. Managing Director Maurizio Arrivabene is set to remain in charge of his administrative duties despite also resigning, with the club set to fall into a significant period of transition, the Daily Mail UK reports. It was also learned that Agnelli wrote a letter to all employees at Juventus to officially break the news to them. The letter reads, "We are facing a delicate moment in society. Better to leave everyone together, giving the possibility to a new team to overturn the game." In the 2021-2022 season, Juventus had a record-breaking loss of £220 million, equivalent to €254.3 million, as published by the Turin club. Still on sports, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare had indicated that about 14,000 youth athletes from the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja will be competing in over 30 different sports, including football, basketball, wrestling, among others, as Delta 2022 finally kicks off. Daria, who made the disclosure in his office in Abuja on Monday, expressed optimism that at the end of the competition, new set of athletes will emerge that will compete favorably with their counterparts globally. Director of Press and Public Relations Mohamed Manga, in his statement, commended the Delta State government for its dogged determination towards ensuring the reality of Delta 2022 and also for providing the teeming youth with the opportunity to showcase their sporting talent. While stressing that the game will also help in strengthening the unity of Nigerians, Dare called on participating states to go all out for medals. He therefore called on all sports-loving Nigerians to create time to grace the festival, saying that the National Sports Festival is the Nigerian Olympics. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. And on entertainment, let's join Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the latest.
On our foreign entertainment news, Clarence Gilead Jr., the actor best known for playing computer hacker Theo in Die Hard, and Naval Flight Officer Marcus Sundown Williams in Top Gun, has died at the age of 66. His death was announced in a statement from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where he had been working as an associate professor at the College of Fine Arts. No further details surrounding his death has been made known to the public. According to UNLV, Gilead ventured into acting after studying theater arts at California State University. He landed his first role at the TV show Different Strokes in 1981. He got his big primetime TV break in 1989, where he landed the role of Conrad McMaster on the NBC legal drama Matlock. Staring opposite Andy Griffith, he then portrays Chuck Norris' crime-fighting partner Jimmy Treveti on Walker's Texas Rangers. Crossing over to Africa, Temilade Okpeniyi, better known as Tems, has issued a stern warning to anyone trying to force their religious beliefs on her or influence her dress, music, or performance choices. This comes after the singer landed the cover of Dazed magazine and was immediately criticized by internet trolls who had a lot of negative things to say about her outfit. Taking to her Twitter page, the popular artist responded to these comments by stating that she is no one's savior, adding that she refuses to fit into any religious or moral construct in order to please anyone. Going further, the Grammy Award-nominated singer reflected on how she has grown in her craft since she started in 2018. The Nigerian singer and songwriter rose to fame after she was featured on Wizkid's 2020 single Essence, which reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 after the release of a remixed version with an additional feature from Justin Bieber and earned her a Grammy Award nomination. Tems has made rounds in the media for many positive reasons, from writing and lending her voice to Marvel's Wakanda Forever to headlining shows and adding to her award collections. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter.
Thank you, Matthias. And that's the size of our package for today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Joshua Adenoy. Please continue to be a brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day and thanks for watching.